So I was working on a client today, and I thought it was a perfect example to explain what this Plexus method is and how it works. So I I scan over an energy field. So she's laying here. I'm gonna move her down here like that. So she's laying here, and I'm scanning over her body. And what I find is when I got to her hand, her left hand, I could feel a lot of energy buzzing around her left hand. So that means that she might be trying to get a grip on her feelings, or she might be trying to let something go. So whatever we physically do, we also emotionally do. Same thing with where I stand or steps to take. It shows up in that spot on your energy field. So, and scrolling down or scanning down here, I feel her knee, and there's a little energy around her knee too. So she was processing, going with the flow. So you know how we lock our knees out and just, I'm not doing it? That's kind of where she was. And then get to the shin, and she was a little active in this area too. And the shins are about ideals. So that means you have a vision of how you would like things to be. You have a perception of how they are, and they don't match, and you don't like it. So that's when it shows up in your energy field. And then on her feet, the top of her foot, so that indicates that she's working on steps to take. She's not sure what steps to take. And then I get to the bottom of her foot. She doesn't know where she stands either. On all this, there's a lot of emotion going on here. So she doesn't know where she stands either. So then I get back over here. And her shoulder, all the way, well, first her neck, and her neck was first. And I thought, wow, there's a lot of energy around her neck. And I'm on the right side now. So this is more of her masculine energy, the measurable stuff, things to do, not feel, do. So she's got a lot. I said, wow, and the neck is about authenticity and speaking. So communication. So I was thinking she's not sure what to say or who she is and how to say who she is. And she's confirming all this, by the way. Then I get to her arm. This is the key here. Her arm, all the way from her shoulder, all the way down, was very active. And that means that she's probably grieving a loss of something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a death. It could be anything, a change in a situation or anything along those lines. That something that used to be a part of her very being is no longer there. And so she's trying to figure out what to do about this, what steps to take, and where she stands now, because she's totally in a new situation, and she's lost the old situation. She never told me what it was. I'm not a therapist, so I don't get into that with people, but I did explain though that until this is processed, then none of that stuff even matters. So she's trying to put a lot of pressure on herself to solve all these things, but she's still in the grieving process. So until the grieving process is complete, you're kind of lost, and you don't know where you stand. You don't know what steps to take. You're resisting going with the flow because you're unsure, and you're trying to get a grip or trying to let go, and all those things are happening at once. But once you you got to just stop all that and get to the grieving and process the grieving. And there's steps that you take to process the grieving. And it could be Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's stages of bereavement, or it could be the holistic stages of development. So you're becoming a being again. You're finding out who your partners are again. You're finding your gift and talents again. So, and then you find your heart again. You find your authentic self again. You find your wisdom. And you see your picture, yourself, as part of the full picture, whatever your full picture is. So that's all I have today, but I thought it was just a perfect example of a client going through something and the core being here. So now she knows what to do. So she feels much better now. So that's all. Bye-bye.